This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, hello everyone. Okay, so in the last session we discussed about the Jenkins CLI, right? So I hope you guys practice. So I forgot to share that scripts, whatever I have created yesterday. Today I will share. Along with that one, I will share that declarative scripts, whatever I promised, right? Three files. Mm. Along with these three, I will share some more scripts also, declarative pipeline script. Just go through that one and you can practice it. And anyway, we are going to discuss some more declarative examples in tomorrow session. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about that CI/CD for Node.js application. So however we implemented so far CI/CD process for Java projects. So we'll see that how we can implement for Node.js projects also. So nowadays many of the applications are developing that Node.js applications also. Node.js. So for that one, how we can use it, the CI/CD process. Okay, so already one Node.js project is there. If you go and see, if you go to our organization in GitHub, you will see that you see, not this one, Node.js app MSS, Node.js app MSS, right? So I'm going to use this application. This is a very simple application which I have created for our demonstration purpose. So if you see here, app.js is so Node.js is nothing but it is a advanced for the JavaScript, right? AngularJS, React.js. Okay, so if you know Node.js, you can easily implement that CI/CD process for AngularJS, React.js, and all. Just here and there, commands are going to change. So if it is a Node.js, we are going to use that npm. If it is a React.js, this AngularJS, we are going to use this ngx, ng. Okay, ng build, right? Ng run, like that we are going to use. Okay, so first we are going to create a one job. So go here, click on new item, right? Give the name Node.js CI/CD, okay, and select that pipeline. Click on OK. Okay, just scroll down here. So here we are going to write that pipeline script, right? So first we'll write here, okay, Node. We are going to write in the declarative way, scripted way. You guys can try in a declarative way. It's very simple, right? So Node. So the first stage. So first stage is checkout code. Checkout code, right? Here we are going to use that git command to get the code. So very simple. Use it snippet generator. Okay, select that git. Give the GitHub repository URL. So this is our repository URL. Then if you want to get the code from master branch, or if you see we have other branch also there, na? Dev branch. So I'm going to get the code from master branch and the credentials. Okay, GitHub credentials, generate pipelines. Okay. Copy this one and paste it here. Right. This is one stage. So after getting the code, what we are going to do? We are going to do the build, right? So next stage is build. Flower bracket open, close. So if it is a Maven Java project, we are going to use, what is the command for doing the build? MVN clean package, right? MVN clean package. If it is a Node.js, what is the command which we are going to use to do the build? We are going to use that npm install. Okay, so when you are executing MVN package, your Maven build system, what it will do? Whatever the dependencies we specified in the pom.xml, first it will check in your Maven local repository. If it is not available, it will go to the central repository, or if you have configured a remote repository, from there it is going to get it, right? Same way, if you execute npm install, whatever the dependencies we specified in the package.json. So however, here we are going to use that pom.xml. In the node.js, we are going to use that package.json. Package.json. So in this package.json, so if you go and see, here we are going to specify that n number of modules. See, package.json. See, these are the dependencies, right? So what are the dependencies we specified? First, it will check whether it is available or not. Okay, so when you are executing MVN package, what are the dependencies we specified in pom.xml? First, it will check in your Maven local repository. Here, so all the dependencies going to create where node underscore modules. First, it will check in this particular directory. So where this directory is available? As part of your project code. Okay. See, this is your code, right? So in this the project directory only, it is going to check node modules folder is there or not. If it is not there, it is going to download from the repository and it will keep into that node underscore modules directory. All the dependencies, right? And it will keep into this particular directory, right? So I'm going to use that npm install, right? Here we are going to use that sh within the double quotes we are going to keep. So if we execute like this one, what will happen? npm means that node.js has to be installed in your Linux server. Did we install the node.js? If you go and check it, connect to this Jenkins server, means Linux server where Jenkins is installed. Okay, connect to that server and see. npm-v. It is saying that no, it is not. Command not found means this node.js is not installed. Even you can check node-v. It is not there. Right? Is it possible to get that in the from tools global tool configuration? However, we have installed the Maven. Instead of installing here, is it possible to install that in the global tool configuration. If you go and see, so first what we are going to do, we'll do with this what are the code snippet we have, and let's see what error we are going to get. Okay, just copy this one. So I have written that two stages, right? Checkout and build, and I'm going to keep it here and save. Do the build. So if you see, checkout code is successful, the build code is failed. Okay, console output. If you observe here, we are getting that what error? npm command not found. The error code is 127. Script return that exit code 127. 127. Right. So now what I'm going to do? I'm going to install that. I'm going to configure that Node.js from this global tool configurations. Right. If you observe here, do we have Node.js option? Gradle is there, SonarCube scanner is there, Ant is there, Maven is there, Git is there, right? JDK is there. So I don't have that option. Then how to install that one? What to do, guys? Now we need to install a plugin. Okay, so go to the Manage Jenkins, Manage plugins. Okay, just search with go to the Available tab. Just search with Node.js. See here, this plugin. Select this one. Install without restart. It's successful. Now go to that Manage Jenkins, Global Tool Configuration. Just scroll down. If you see here, Node.js, right? Click on Add Node.js. So give any name, guys, here. Node.js. So 17.18.0, 17.88.0, right? So if you want, you can select that other versions also, like say Maven. So however we configured Maven various versions, na? This one. So like this, you can add n number of also versions. Suppose I'm going to configure this one also. Node.js 17.7.2, 17.7.2, right? So like this, you can configure n number of versions. Okay. So now I want to use those versions, but guys, you have to remember. Okay, whatever the names you have given, that names you have to remember. See, we have given that 17.8.0 one version, and another version is 17.7.2. So whatever that Maven, this Node.js software we have configured, when you are going to start using those versions, what will happen? However, did you remember that Maven software is downloaded, right? In which directory? Tools directory. Same way, in this case also, it is going to download whatever the version you are going to use. Now, if you go to that Jenkins home directory, where lib Jenkins tools, right now you will see that this one. So now we are going to use this 17.8.0. So for that one, okay, so we are going to use one function. So the function name is Node.js, lowercase Node.js. Okay, here Node.js installation name, colon. Okay, so within the single quotes, okay, so whatever the name you have configured, so I have configured that Node.js 17.8.0, 17.8.0. So there you have to keep it. So we are going to use like this one. Okay, Node.js installation name, and whatever the name you have given, that one. So you can use 17.8.0 or you can use 17.7.2, either one, right? So now if you take this one, go to your job, you can configure and you can save it. Just click on build now. Now if you go and see console output, see it is downloading. Okay, so first it is installing. See that software, it is downloading from this particular website, and it is extracting. See where it is downloading. Observe that unpacking this particular software to this tools directory on Jenkins, right? Now see it's executed npm install. Now if you go and see here, just type ls. Observe that jenkins.plugins.node.js tools dot node.js installation. Go inside this directory. There you will see this node.js version, right? You got it? So whatever the softwares we are going to configure through global tool configuration, all those softwares are going to be stored into this tools directory. Clear? So now build is successful, right? If you see this build is successful. So after getting the code, we did the build. Here build means just we are going to execute npm install. So whatever the dependencies it required for that particular project, all the dependencies it is going to get. So whatever we specified in the form dot this package.json, right? What is the next stage? So the next stage is executing sonar cube report. If it is a Maven Java project, we are going to use that mvn sonar colon sonar, right? If it is a Node.js, npm run sonar, or we can use node sonar hyphen project dot js. Either one can use it. So SonarQube server details we are going to configure in the pom.xml if it is a Maven Java project. Right. If it is a Node.js project, node this sonar project.js, in this JavaScript file we are going to configure the Node.js. So already you guys knows, right? So I asked you guys to go through this Node.js project and execute the SonarQube report, right? So Dharmendran is asking installation comment we will use first time only, right? For next time Node.js it is not required. Yes. So now if you go and do the build, you are not going to see this message. So we saw this one, right? This message we are not going to see. Very first time only it is going to download the software. Now again, if you want, you can go and do the build. Console output. Just observe that. Observe here. After getting the code from the GitHub, directly it is executing npm install. Get it? We are not able to see. So Suresh Kumar is asking where we can find Node.js commands. So I'm explaining, right? Just follow those things. Or if you see here, I have already explained So if you want to do a build, npm install, or you can use node.js. After that, node.js app.js, or you can use that start this one. To execute the test cases, npm test. To run the SonarQube report, npm run sonar or node sonar-project.js. If you see, here we have one file called as sonar-project.js. This is the file which we are going to use to configure the SonarQube server details. Just click on this one, okay? Then click on edit icon. Click on edit icon, okay? Remove this one and give that SonarQube server URL till here only. Okay, see, SonarQube server is running. So just take that the correct URL, paste it here, and here the token you have to give. Okay, you have to give the token. So I think already I have generated the token. Hmm. Hmm. This one, SonarQube token. Give it, right? So instead of using that username password, you can use that token. Okay, commit the changes. So now I am going to add one more stage, right? So the another stage is execute, execute SonarQube report, execute SonarQube report. So npm run, npm run, and we are going to use that sonar. If you see, you can use this command, or you can use this node sonar-project.js. So can I use a different one instead of sonar? Yes. So if you go to our project, if you go to app.js, not this one, sorry, package.js. See here, we have configured under scripts sonar. Okay, so this is alias name. For this entire command, we are giving this alias name. So whatever the name you have given, that name you have to use here. Okay, it is not a mandatory to keep sonar only. So whatever the alias name you have given, that alias name you have to use. Okay, or directly can use node sonar-project.js. Like this you can use it. Okay, so now let me add this stage. Go here, click on configure. Okay, save it. So click on build now. So npm install is executing. Okay, so it's npm installation is done. Then executing npm run sonar. So it is giving some error. What error it is giving? Not authorized. Please check that the properties sonar.login and sonar.password. So maybe whatever that credentials, the token we have given, maybe that is not correct one. Okay, so I'm going to generate that token. Okay, delete this one. Solar key token. Copy. Go to your project. Open this sonar-project.js. Just update this one. Save it. Okay, so guys, if you see this kind of error, not authorized, please check that properties sonar.login and sonar. If you see this kind of message not authorized in terms of Nexus or Sonar Key or Tomcat, what you have to do? You have to check the credentials. Okay, you have to check the credentials. Then click on build now. Okay, so now it's executing Sonar Key report. Okay, see, analysis is finished. Build successful. Right. So now if you go and see your SonarKeep dashboard, see here Node.js application sample. So right now it is showing that no issues, zero bugs, zero vulnerabilities, zero code smells. Even code coverage also zero because we didn't executed any, we didn't written any test cases for this one. Right. See, like this one, you can execute the SonarKeep report also. Clear. So anybody have any questions so far? Whatever we discussed. So what is the next step? So the next stage is upload artifact into Nexus. Right. So for that one, if it is a Maven Java project, what is the command which we are going to use? MVN deploy. MVN deploy. Right. So if it is a Node.js project, npm publish. This is the command which we are going to use to upload that package into the artifact repository. Right. So if it is a Maven Java project, we are going to configure in the form.xml, that Nexus repository details. Right. So if it is a Node.js, we are going to configure in the package.json. So here we are going to create only one type of repository. There is no releases, there is no snapshot. Right. So first we'll go and create the repository in the Nexus. So right now, if you see, we have Facebook release, Facebook snapshot. These repositories are there. Click on create repository. So here see, however we selected that Maven to hosted, here we are going to select that npm hosted for Node.js. If it is a Docker hosted. Right, Python, see here, py, pa. Right, like that, based on our requirement, we are going to select npm hosted. Then you can give here mss Node.js, mss Node.js repo. Okay, blob storage default. So you can select that allow redeploy. Select this one, allow redeploy, and I click on create repository. So I don't have any cleanup policies. So I have used the new Nexus server. Earlier, whatever we created, it is not there. Click on create repository. So now, once you create a repository, okay, if you see, it is going to give that repository URL. Just copy this repository URL. Okay, we need to configure this repository URL in package.json. So go to that package.json, click on edit icon. So here publish config registry, here remove this one and configure. Okay, save it. So where we are going to configure that the credentials, if it is a Maven Java project, settings.xml, right? Settings.xml. So here we are going to create a one file called as .npm rc. So here we are going to configure that Nexus credentials. So Harshvardhan is asking, sir, if we already generated the Node.js SonarQube report and it is available in the dashboard, what happens again if you generate the report through Jenkins? Nothing. It is going to update the report if any issues are there. Okay, so again I'm triggering this job. What will happen? It will get the code, it will do the build. Again, it is going to execute the SonarQube report. Just here, it is going to change the timestamp, the last analysis. So right now it is March 30th, 2022, 6:31 a.m. Right. So now once build is over, if you go and check it, okay, so still it is executing. This timestamp is going to change. Okay. Yes, build is successful. Now you can go here, just refresh it. See here, 6:36. Okay, you are not going to get any error. Okay, so already this .npm rc file is there as part of our project. Okay, so if you go to our project code, if you see, we have one file called as .npm rc file, right? So here we are going to configure that token, right? We are going to configure the token here. So this email, whatever email, if you want, you can keep it here, and underscore art. So here you have to give that credentials. Okay, so the token you have to generate. So remove this token and you have to generate it. So right now let me log out and let me check that what are the credentials I'm using. Admin 123. Yes. Okay, so these are the credentials which I'm using. Okay, so if you want to generate a token, see, we need to configure the token here. For that one, we are going to use one command, echo -n, give the username :password admin123. Okay, so we are going to encode this username password with the base 64, right? Open SSL base 64. We are encoding. Just execute this command, where just open the command prompt or just open the git bash or mobile term. You can. So if you're using MacBook, just open the terminal and it is going to work. Okay, see, it has generated one token. So copy this token and configure here. Configure. Okay, so we have configured. So now I'm going to add one stage here. So sh npm publish. sh npm publish. Right. So guys, don't use this node.js version. So we have some issues with that one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to install in the node.js in this particular Linux server where Jenkins is running. So for that one, very simple, yum install node -y. Okay, so it is going to install that node.js, very simple. Okay, so node.js, just use that node.js. So it is going to install both npm and node.js. npm means node.js package manager, node package manager, npm means, right? So now you can execute node-v npm-v. See, right? So now, so guys, you should use like this one only in this case. Okay, so it is not going to work like this one. We need to see why. Okay, so copy this one, go here, configure. Okay, just save it. So before that, if you go and check it in this node.js repository, is there any packages? It is showing that no components or assets found. Right. So now if you go and do the build, click on build now. See here, it's successfully uploaded. So now you can go here, click on browse, click on this. See here, this package has uploaded. So it is created a tar file. So just click on this one and just scroll down. If you see, it is giving that all the details, right? So when it has created, uploaded, which user it has used to upload this one, everything it has given here. Clear? So like this, we are going to upload the artifacts into the artifact repository. So Jaychandra is asking, in real time, cleanup policies are not going to use. We are going to use. Already I have explained, right? Okay, when we are discussing about that Nexus administration, we discuss about these things also. Sir, clear guys? So we have uploaded the artifact into artifact repository here Nexus successfully. What is the next stage? So next stage is deploy application. So here run the Node.js app. Here, are we going to use that Tomcat server for deploying Node.js applications? Vijay Kumar? No. Node, see, Tomcat is going to support only for Java-based applications. Yes or no? It can support only Java applications. Then what to do? So for running the Node.js application, you don't want to install any application servers like Tomcat, Whisper application server, WebLogic and all. Directly, you can run that one. So just to run this Node.js application, you should install that Node.js software in the target server where you want to run that application. So currently, my code is there in this Jenkins server only. Yes or no? That Node.js code is there in the Jenkins server because in the checkout stage, it is downloaded from the GitHub, right? So if you want to run the application, already Node.js software is installed, no problem. So now I'm going to run that one. For running this Node.js application, we are going to use that npm run. So where we configured all those things. So if you see, go to your project. So app.js is the entry point for your Node.js. So it may be going to change. It is a server.js. So some people are going to give the name as a server.js, or some people they are going to give that app.js, right? So whatever this name, we need to configure in the package.json. So Harshvardhan is asking, sir, do we need to install Node.js application in tools directory or in the directly in the Linux server? In the Linux server, you have to install it. However, I have installed YVM install Node.js like that. Okay. So if you see here, Node.js app.js, right? Node app.js. So if you want to run your application, this is the entry point. So for this one, we created a one alias name called as start. So we can use that. No, you can use that npm run start, or you can use npm node directly app.js also you can use it. So now I want to run this application. I want to run this command in the background. What we are going to do? What we are going to do? We are going to use that and symbol. If you want to run that in the background, we are going to use and symbol. Okay. So let's take this one. Go here. Click on configure here. Okay. If you don't use this and it is not going to run in the background, right? npm run start this. You can use that and save it. Click on build now. Still executing sonar cube report. Okay, so uploading artifacts into Nexus citizen, run the sonar, run the Node.js application. It is also successful. So now how to access it? Very simple. So in which server your application is running? So take that server public IP address. Take that server public IP address, HTTP colon, port number. If you see for your application, they have configured one port number. So it is available in the app.js or server.js. So developer will tell you, okay, which port they are using, right? So 9981 we have configured for this application. Okay, so guys, this is not the fixed one. Developer is going to configure that port number. Just check with him. Then slash context path. If you see here, we configured that multiple context paths, right? So Mithun Technologies is one router, right? Okay, just take this one. Okay, go to the browser, execute it. So it is saying that it is not connected. So sometimes it is not going to work. What you will do, go to that workspace directory. Okay, there you will see that node.js cd. So there you will see that our Java code, node.js code. Just you can execute node app.js and okay, so it is running. So now you can try to access it. Just see, right? So this is one context path we have configured. So like that, I have configured that HTML. See, this is also working, and JSON data. See, it is also working. Where I have configured all these routes. If you go and see slash HTML slash JSON data. So query parameter, don't use this one. So right now we are not passing any values, right? So like this, guys, we are going to start the Node.js application, right? And they are trying to access this application. Clear? So anybody have any questions, guys? So sometimes they are going to ask that questions apart from Java and which languages you work for this DevOps methodology, for which projects you have implemented. Sometimes they are going to ask. Recently they asked this question. So which platforms you worked on? Means which languages you implemented this DevOps methodology. Okay, so our student he answered that Node.js and Java. So Om Prakash is asking app.js entry point for that Node.js application. Yes. So app.js or it may be like server.js. So that is you can give that custom name also, not a problem, right? So developer will configure that one. We don't want to worry. Clear? Anybody have any questions on this CI/CD for Node.js project? No questions? Okay. Then we'll discuss about that shared libraries. Okay. Shared libraries. Shared libs, shared libraries, both are same. Libs means directories, libraries. Okay. Suresh Kumar is asking, sir, to run that Node.js application, no container is required, just Node.js software is enough. See, directly we are running Node.js application using this Node.js software, right? But in the real time, we are going to create a one Docker file and we are going to create one container. There we are going to run it. So now if I explain that containerization, you are not able to understand. So anyway, in the Docker sessions, we are going to discuss how to create the Docker file for Node.js application, how to create a one Docker image for your Node.js application, how to run it. Okay. So now I'm explaining without Docker. Once you will start learning about Docker, then there we are going to discuss. Okay. So what do you mean by shared libraries? Name itself is there. Shared libraries. See, if you want to share the source code or pipeline script with other projects, we are going to use this shared libraries feature. See here, I think already I have shared this document. Jenkins shared libraries is the concept of having that common pipelines code in the version control system that can be used by any number of pipelines just by referring in it. In fact, multiple teams can use the same library for their pipelines. Means, see, assume we have written that pipeline script, some pipeline script. So that pipeline script is going to use by same pipeline script we are going to use for the multiple projects. Currently, what we are doing, every time we are creating this pipeline script and we are using. Instead of this one, what we are going to do, we can keep this pipeline script in source code management. Just you can use this one for all the projects. Okay, so in one of the interview they asked this question. So I have some common functionality pipeline script is there. I want to use this one. How you are going to do it? Interviewer asked, are you going to keep this pipeline common pipeline script code in all the pipeline scripts, or how you are going to handle it? So we are not going to keep into that all the pipeline scripts. We are going to create a pipeline script and we are going to store into the any one of the source code management. We are going to refer that one, right? So that is what we are explaining here. Jenkins shared library is nothing but it's a concept of having common pipeline code in version control system that can be used by any number of pipelines just by referring it. In fact, multiple teams can be used to the same library for their pipelines. See, in one project, microservices are n number of microservices are there. For all the microservices, we have one common pipeline script is there. Instead of keeping that common code in all the pipelines, we are going to keep in the source code management. So from there, we are going to refer it, right? Instead of duplicating, it's a kind of a reuse man. Shared libraries is nothing but reusing that existing code in our pipelines. So for that one, we are going to follow the 3 steps. Step 1. So with this directory structure, first we need to create the project src, vars, then resources. So this src means source. This src directory contains that all the your Groovy script files, right? See here, deploy.groovy is a one Groovy script file. com.mss is a package name. So there we are keeping this deploy.groovy. So any Groovy script will be there, right? Vars, it contains that global variables, right? So here also we are going to keep some Groovy script. Okay, see here, build.groovy, one Groovy script name. Resources, it contains that some resource files. Okay, but src and resources, it is not a mandatory. Where's is the this important directory. Okay, this where's directory should be there. This where's directory should be there as part of your project. So already with this directory structure I have created. If you go to our organization, GitHub organization, there you will see that Jenkins shared libs. See here, click on this where's. So here I have created that two Groovy scripts, two Groovy script files. Okay, so build.groovy. So here I have written some stages. Okay, so clean goal. If you pass this clean, it is going to execute this one. If you pass compile, it is going to execute it. So just you can pass these values and you can reuse this code. So automatically these commands are going to execute. Okay, step one. What is the step one? We need to create the shared libraries and we need to keep into that source code management. It is there already. Step two, we need to configure this shared libraries repositories in our Jenkins server. So that is the step two. So if you see here, step two, add a GitHub shared library repository to the Jenkins. Step one is for developing the shared libraries, keeping into the GitHub repository. Step two is, so whatever that repository we have created for storing these shared libraries, we need to configure. So for this one, go to the manage Jenkins, configure system. So there you will see that global pipeline libraries. Okay, so go to that Jenkins, manage Jenkins, configure system. Here just search with global pipeline scripts. It will be there at the end. Global pipeline libraries. Okay, click on add. So here library name, you can give any name here. So I'm going to give that MSS shared libs. Any name you can give, guys. Here any name you can give, and default version. So here default version means the branch name. So if you see, we have one branch called as main branch, right? So the branch name we have to give main. Okay, I have to give that branch name main. So guys, this is the branch name. Okay, this name you can give any name. Modern STM, select this one, modern STM. So git, so give that GitHub repository URL where your shared libraries are there. Very simple. Take this repository URL and give the credentials. That's all. So like this, suppose assume you have generated multiple shared libraries and you have created multiple repositories in the GitHub and you have uploaded. Can we configure multiple shared libraries with our Jenkins? Yes, with different names. See here, I have configured that MSS shared libs. Like that, you can click on add. and you can give one more name and you can configure. Okay, so we don't want to. So we have configured. Oh, I think it has deleted all. So let me configure MSS shared libs main version main branch repository URL. This is the repository URL credentials. Okay, save it. So whatever the name we have given, that name you have to remember. MSS shared libs. That name you have to remember. So now how to use those shared libs? Very simple. I am going to create one job. Okay, shared libs demo. Click on pipeline. Okay, so here, so if you want, you can take okay, so the Node.js Java project, because we are using that stages, right? There we are using that Java related commands. Okay, so take these things. Node. So this is the one stage. So after getting the code, I need to do the build. I'm going to write that stage. So here first we need to import that shared libraries, right? Yes or no? So for that one, what we are going to do? Step two is over. Okay. Step two is add GitHub shared library repository to the Jenkins. Step three, use that one to access the shared libraries in the Jenkins file. You need to add the @library annotation and that name you have to give. So like this one. Okay. So before this one, @library annotation. Library. Okay. Here MSS shared libs. Okay. Space underscore. This is the syntax. See, @library, whatever the name you have given, that one, space underscore. Then only whatever that pipeline script is there in this particular repository, you can able to reuse in our current pipeline script. Stays build. So here, if you want to do a build, we are going to that shmn clean package. So instead of that one, here already code snippet is there. Here already the code snippet is there, right? So build. If you want to do a build, we are going to pass this mvn package. mvn package. How we are going to call this one? Very simple. Okay, whatever the name we have given, that name. So we have given the name as build. Build. Here we have to pass. So what I want to pass? Package. Right. So now what will happen? It will go to this build data groovy file. See guys, whatever the name is there, with that name you are going to refer these functions. Right. So just we are going to call this one build package.json package. So this pipeline script you can write in declarative way or scripted way. So if you want, you can write in the declarative way also. If you want to write in declarative way, we are going to use that pipeline, right? So there we are going to write that stages. Within the stages, this stage. So inside the stages, we are going to use that steps. Yes or no? So this is the stage steps. One extra one. So this is the steps. This is the stage. This is the stages. Correct. So how many flower brackets opening is there? Na? Those many. So we need to use one more closing. Okay. Just remove this line. Inside the stage, we are going to use the steps. Keep it here. See, this is the pipeline closing. This one stages closing. So inside the stage, we have written one stage. Yes or no? Inside the stages, we have written one stage. So after getting code, so if you want, you can keep it here. So here we need to use that agent any, and here we are going to write that another stage build, right? So in that one steps. So here build. So see what are the name I have given that file name na build.groovy build, and you can pause this one build package, right? So just refer this one. See here stage build stages. So I'm using the different I'm referring that another pipe another groovy script. So here if you see stages one is there, build.groovy is there, right? So I'm referring right now build. So build. So just keep that within the double quotes. So now what will happen? It is going to call that this one, whatever it is there, mvn clean package. Let's see. Save. Do that build now. So it is getting the code. So build is failed. See why build is failed? It is saying that mvn command not found. Why? If you see here, if you go to our pipeline script, did we added any Maven related? So if you want to get that Maven software, what we have to do, guys? We have to use one section called as tools. Tools here, Maven, the name Maven 3.8.4. This is the version which I have configured in global tool configuration. Save it. Click on build. Now see, build is happening. Right, see, build is successful. This package has created. So just if you want to run the unit test cases, see, just you can pause this one, test. So if you want, you can write one more stage. So before build, okay. So here stage run unit test cases, then steps here build test. So guys, exactly whatever it is there, na, like that you have to pass. So here we are using the if else condition. Whatever we are passing, that string parameter, it is matching with clean. If it is matching with clean, it is going to execute this one. It will check it compile this one. Then test. So if it is going to come matching with this one, it is going to execute this one. Let's see. Do that build. Run the unit test cases. See, it's done. So like this, guys, we can reuse this existing pipeline Groovy code. So tomorrow we'll see that very good example on the shared libraries, and you guys can easily understand that one. See, Slack notification. So this is a common feature, right? After build is over, whether it is a success or failure, we need to send a Slack notification, right? So that Slack notification code, I have created one shared library and I uploaded into that GitHub repository. So that one I can reuse in all the pipeline scripts, So today I have given very basic example for shared libraries. So just I have given that overview. What is the shared libraries? How we can use it. So tomorrow I am going to give one real-time scenario where we are going to use this shared libraries. Right now, you guys clear about that what is the shared libraries, how to use it, right? So in tomorrow's session, I am going to cover one real-time use case where we are going to use shared libraries. Clear? So tomorrow we are going to discuss upstream jobs, downstream jobs, Slack notifications, and tomorrow we are going to complete this Jenkins, and some more we are going to discuss about that pipeline scripts. Okay, that declarative. So after this session, I'm going to say that the scripts, just refer those scripts. Okay. Okay. So tomorrow we are going to complete this Jenkins. So Thursday we are going to start that Ansible. Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Yeah. Thursday, Friday, 2 days I'm going to take. Okay. Tomorrow Jenkins will over with these topics. Okay. Oh, today Wednesday. Oh, oh, Thursday not possible. Friday. Hmm. Friday Ansible I'm going to take. Tomorrow I will finish this Jenkins. Sorry. Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. How many days will teach Ansible? 8 sessions.